Miss Shearborn is the principal, and how much she is invested in those children, how much she loves those kids, and how those kids come out knowing so much about themselves. When you have Sankofa bird on the door, you already know what you're walking into. We can't sit here and talk about social emotional learning. How do we teach that? And we have the Helen Y. Davis in our backyard that's already teaching it. There are schools in our city that are doing the right thing, but I'm wondering why the teachers union isn't reaching out. Instead of asking questions about how, the real question is can you help us? Because it's not how. The answers are out there. Please check out the pictures or just stop by. I can only imagine that Miss Shearborn will open her doors and allow you to take that tour. I know the school is already booked, baby, because trust me, I tried to get an RA and a SRA there last night. Like, can we just transfer? Can we just transfer in? It doesn't work like that, Tayla. An amazing school, a beautiful school. There's a lot that can be learned from the Helen Y. Davis, and I really wish that we could go ahead and take that beautiful structure that they already have in place and implement it in every single last one of our schools that need help, that are struggling, and the ones that are doing well. Oh, somebody just sent me a message like, Tayla, I can't see you. You ain't on Facebook. My apologies, baby. My apologies. I got caught up having this silently spoken, secretly person in my midst. You'll find that out at 6. As far as news is concerned, I'm going to give a big up. That is a Chico to Joel Jones. He is the youngest state rep from the University of Michigan, Dearborn. Student Joel Jones broke history again on Tuesday. Yes, again, last year Jones was sworn in as the youngest member of Inkster City Council when he was 20 years old. This year, the Councilman Jones ran to fill a state representative seat, and he got all the votes at 21 years old. He is the youngest state representative ever in Michigan. Councilman Jones will be filling in for former Rep. Julie Pawecki seat after her sudden passing earlier this year. You and I made history yet again, Jones posted on his Facebook page after his win. He defeated Robert Pope of Garden City. Jones had 66% of the vote, while Pope only had 33%. Jones is a double major in political science and finance at University of Michigan, Dearborn. He is also a member of the Black Student Union and the Student Veterans Association. Jones also is in the Army Reserve Officer Training Corps, aka the ROTC. We had this conversation many moons ago where TaylaAndre, did not understand why at 13 years old, our boys didn't automatically, girls too, I'm not sexist, why our children automatically, 13 years old, didn't take that step, whether it's summertime, whether it's an extracurricular activity. Why don't we have ROTC here in Boston? I went to school in Birmingham, Alabama for like a year and a half. I had to come back. They are definitely like 3 grades behind us as far as education is concerned. But while I was out there, I wanted to take ROTC. They learned gun skills. They learned, there were a lot of skill sets that the youth learned in ROTC that I think today will be instrumental in many of our youth's growth, development, and leadership skills. The Zika virus, Lord have mercy, 100% successful in clinical trials on rats. Researchers declare as they await human trials on whichever people that they decided to test on. Might be a Pruitt-Igoe situation. I'm just joking. No, I'm not. They jabbed also protected infected rats from Zika-related brain damage. It is the first trial to set vaccine in animals like that. Like humans, they are naturally susceptible to the Zika virus. The team also is testing the vaccine in human trials, and they await those results. You want to know what I think is hilarious? There was a study that came out that said that rats are ticklish. Do you remember, for all of my Olivia Pope fans, do you remember when Melly stood on the floor and she did, like, she had a pee, she just stood on the floor and she read throughout the book everything that government spends millions of dollars on in order to save Planned Parenthood. That's what she was trying to do, save Planned Parenthood. Do you remember the line where she was like, we spent something millions of dollars to test, and it was something crazy like how rats are infected by, it was something dumb like weed smoke or so. It was like something outlandish, millions upon millions. Who the hell spent millions of dollars to test whether or not rats are ticklish and then found out that they only laugh when they're happy? Who did? Who did this? Oh, you don't believe me? Please go do your due diligence, because I tell you no lies. As far as robots are concerned, you guys know I love a little bit of technology. Robot solves a Rubik's Cube in less than a second. 0.637 seconds. That's not even a second. Smashing the official world record. This beat the previous world record set by a machine at 0.887 seconds. Again, who spent the money for not one, but two separate computers to solve the Rubik's Cube? There's another study that came out that said if we keep going at this rate, humans won't have jobs because computers will be doing them all. What do you think? We're just testing them right now to see how they do on a Rubik's Cube. Next thing, we're going to have data entry. Next, you won't have a job. Ain't that America? It sure is. Shotgun wedding for rapist. A rifle-wielding mother takes to the street seeking justice for victims of Indian sex assault, but her actions led to one victim marrying her attacker. When I tell you this is really real, and there's so much going on in this world, do you know what's going on outside of your backyard? Do you know what's going on outside of your city? Do you know what's going on outside of your state, outside of your country? I'm going to go ahead and post it on the Wake Up with TaylaAndre page. It's long, it's interesting, and I just want you to be informed. New Balance shoe owners are now lighting their sneakers on fire to protest after the company voiced their support for President-elect Donald Trump. New Balance spokesman told Wall Street Journal, frankly, with President-elect Trump, we feel things are going to move in the right direction. Some people went ahead and light their shoes on fire. Some people are lighting flags on fire. So the last time I checked, y'all remember that challenge where black folks were walking all over the flag talking about some, this flag doesn't represent me. This flag doesn't represent my values. This flag, that flag, and was just walking on the flag. Y'all remember that? People like, yo, you need to kill them. They need to be lynched. Death to anybody who doesn't have respect for the flag. Now you see white folks in the middle of the street burning the flag because Donald Trump's president. Do you not see the irony here? I do. I think it's, isn't it ironic? Where's Atlantis Morissette? Don't you think? I think it's outrageous. Completely outrageous. Hey, it's okay for you to burn the flag because you're mad at the president, but I can't walk on a flag challenge over the many lives that have been taken at the hands of police brutality, the hands of the justice system. It's not just, and a lot of people, for my white listeners, I love y'all. One of the things that is not understood is, black people kill each other all the time. Why y'all mad that the police do it? It's not the fact that the police are just killing black people. It's the fact that they kill black people, they get off, and then the justice system does nothing. Nothing. There is no justice. And it's not, that has nothing to do, Lord have mercy, no soapbox. I'm not starting with the soapbox. But we can talk about this. We definitely can. Just another day. Because I will stay on this topic forever, and that's not what we're here for. Because to what's today? FreakyFriday. Is that, Remy and Coke? What is that? That is not that. That smell like Remy and Coke in there. I don't know what that is, but we finna find out. Lord have mercy. But go ahead. Do me a favor, though. If you really support Trump, or you really don't support Trump, or however you feel about Trump, I need you to understand that there are companies and corporations out here that love this man, that back this man. And what did, frankly, with President-elect Trump, we feel things are going to move in the right direction. Y'all better go ahead and checkmate these companies. Who are you giving your money to, and who is it that they support? Who are you giving your money to, and what is it that they stand for? Who is it that you give your money to, and who are they giving your money to after you invest in them? So if you're buying New Balances because you like the shoe, and the company of New Balance supports Donald Trump, who are you investing in? I'll leave that right there. So, you know, Prince Harry's out here with a melanated creature, right? And all the world is mad. Meghan Markle, I'm not sure who she is, but there are romance rumors. And he went ahead and condemned all of those racists. As previously reported, rumors have swirled that Prince Harry recently fell in love with the sweet standout star. I'm not sure who she is. All I know is she is gorgeous. She is beautiful. And according to reports, she is currently staying at the palace, meeting the parents. And the world isn't fond of this. They're not happy. And they had a few choice words for her. And Prince Harry's like, listen, we're not going to have none of that. That's completely unacceptable. Don't talk about my girl like that. While all that is going on, Pennsylvania high school students holding a Trump sign, walking around the school halls talking about some white power. I cannot make this up. And then if you really want to talk about what's going on as far as in the land of Trump, there are babies in Mexico that are being attacked. I don't know if you've been reading some of these statuses, but it's been shared thousands of times where parents are over here talking about their children have been yelled at, screamed slurs, have had hands on them, all simply because white power, white privilege, Donald Trump's my president. Y'all were happy when you had a black president. Now we got a white president. White power. Administrators immediately ended the incident and disciplined the students. Other students were sent to their classes. No other incidents have taken place since then, said the spokeswoman of the school. A phone call went out to parents on Wednesday Rising to let them know the administration is dealing with the situation, that the school is safe, according to reports. But I want to know what they're doing as far as the students that feel some type of way about their classmates walking around the school with a white power sign. What type of trauma is that baby experiencing, and what type of help is the school giving them as far as counseling or sitting down, just if even not a counselor per se, but having somebody sit down and talk with them? Is there going to be some type of resolution? Is this student going to have ethnic class? I don't know, like what's actually going to take place? Other than sitting down, you might get suspended for a couple days. The parents are like, oh, well, Bobby didn't really do anything wrong. He was just excited for his president. You know, there's nationwide protest. In cities like Boston, cities like New York, California. People are in the streets, up in arms. Trump is not my president. Trump is a racist. Impeach Trump. Y'all idiots. You can't impeach a man that's not even the president yet. How you didn't think about that? Did anybody think about that before they took to the streets? A couple people hit me up and was like, Tayla, I was really surprised that I didn't see anything on your timeline about what was going on. I'm not finna go outside in this cold to protest something that we had no control over in the first place. Did you not see them still counting votes after they went ahead and said, this is our new president? President-elect Trump, hold on, there's 62% of the ballots counted nationwide, but yet you're telling me who the president is. How is that? Because the Electoral College determines who your president is. Giving states with smaller voters a chance to have representation. That's how it started. because the small states needed to be represented because the big states had all of the voters. We are in a different time, and everything about our political system, our justice system, our education system, do you know how much needs to be completely overhauled? Completely reformed? Impeach Trump. Yo, you idiot. If you really were in the street, I'm sorry, baby, I'm not calling you names. I'm just saying, can we be properly informed before we start acting on our emotions? Because if I acted on my emotions, there would be chaos in the streets right now. Let's go about this in a fashion that works. Let's do something that actually works. Independent schools. That works. It's been proven. Homeschooling. That works. Growing your own food. Contacting Firearm Fred and getting your firearm license. I said it once, and I'm going to say it for the next 4 years. When President Barack Obama became president or president-elect, the gun sales skyrocketed through the roof. You remember that? Well, guess what? Donald Trump is your president, and I want the same to take place. I want these gun sales to skyrocket through the roof. If you didn't know, I'm a Second Amendment sister. I believe in my right to bear arms all day long. 617-293-1011. Contact Firearm Fred, 617-293-1011. If you have any questions about, former cases, if you have, I think I might not be able to get my license because one time my baby mama hit me and I hit her back. If you have any questions regarding anything, call him. He'll let you know the deal. He'll walk you through it. You'll be able to take classes. You'll be fully educated on how to use a gun, when to use a gun, and what happens after you pull that trigger. And then if you are already advanced, you got the big boys you can play with outside. Pat, 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 pat. I love an AR-15. Whew. Love it. I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, Faith's Naturals. Faith's with an S, Naturals with an S, Beauty.com. You can still purchase items online, though I advise you to go to 66A South Street, down the street from Forest Hills. She has everything you need, from acne face wash to body wash to salt and oil scrub. It's Freaky Friday. Don't forget the pum pum wash and the buddy wash. Buddy, and a pum pum. Anari's buddy wash seems to be used more than me and Asari's pum pum wash. I don't know how his is already gone. We're going to leave that alone. I don't know how he used so much, but he loves it. The deodorant. Where's my baby at? The baby that went ahead and purchased the deodorant for her son that plays football. Can you inbox me? Because it's been a while. He's been using the deodorant, and I would love to know his experience and how he likes it and your experience. Because I know these little boys like, Mommy, smell me. Smell me. Don't I smell good? And they be staying, these little boys. After football practice, Lord, I didn't know a little boy could smell like a grown man. From her teeth whitener to the buddy wash to the pum pum wash to the salt and oil scrubs. This is the time that you need to go ahead and get your Faith's Naturals products. It is winter time. Your skin is cracking. You need to give it a good heal with faithsnaturalsbeauty.com. ZC Boston, I am there tonight. 801 Mass Ave, right off Albany Street. Free parking, free delivery. Please come in, tip your bartender. We will have a DJ, good drinks, amazing food. It's not rat, it's chicken. It's the only Chinese food restaurant that I will eat the chicken because I know it's chicken. And I'm going to tell you, I promise, it's chicken. Also, Prentice Powell is coming to Boston. The Rebirth of Work to Do, November 19th at Lena Park. We, us, you, and I have work to do. Shout out to Reggie B. The Rebirth of Work to Do with Prentice Powell, and this is November 19th. I hope to see you there. Do not forget the Alex E. Edwards, TaylaAndre, Thumbprint Realty 90-day home buying challenge. If you make $30,000, $35,000, do not let your income be the reason why you feel you cannot purchase a property. If you've been on your job for over 2 years, you make quote-unquote good money, you could be struggling. But that $1,500 you paying in rent, baby, that's a $1,500 you could be paying for a mortgage. Building equity. building wealth for your children, having something that you can leave and pass down through generations. Stop renting and become a home owner. It's even easier if you don't live in the city, honestly. So with that being said, Big City 101.3 FM, Fireard Fred's number again. I can do that. And if you're driving and you can't get it right now, I'll go ahead and post it on the Wake Up with TaylaAndre page. Or you can just go to Facebook. He went ahead and changed his name from Fred Gary to Firearm Fred Gary. So go ahead and find him on Facebook. His number, if you want to give him a call, is 617-293-1011. I'll give that to you one more time. 617-293-1011. 1011, okay? With that being said, we have an amazing, beautiful guest in the building. I am so happy for him to be here because he has helped me through many emotional days. If you are on Instagram, you most likely followed him. If you look at memes, you most likely read a few that he created, he wrote, and made you feel some type of way. Good rising. Come on, stand up, baby. Put it on your lip. I can say that on Friday. I'm literally put it on your lip.
Put it on my lip.
Put it on your lip.
Like, I mean, I know it's FreakyFriday and everything, but I ain't trying to get freaky with a mic.
You can get freaky with the mic. Put it on your lip.
Put it on my lip. It's on my lip.
Okay. So for those who don't know, who've never heard the voice, have only seen the memes, please tell the listeners who you are.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is JJ, founder of Silently Spoken Project.
Is it like how I put it on your lip?
Yeah.
There you go.
That word. So in case you didn't hear me the first time, it's JJ, founder of Silently Spoken Project. The hottest memes, captions, cutthroat, Mr. I don't hold my tongue, and Mr. I refuse to apologize for telling the truth. Here kicking it with this beautiful queen over here. Reached out to me a while back and finally showed love. And she didn't know I was from the city that she represents, so I definitely have to come through.
And I am excited. Thank you so much. So what is what is one of your most popular memes that people might know you by? Okay, maybe top 5.
Couldn't even tell you because I done wrote so many. There's a lot of them without my name on them. There's a lot of pages out there that I done wrote for. So, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't even tell you. There's some that are like about proposals that usually do it. Proposals, pregnancies, single moms, and basically, queening is my term, where you're talking about catering to your queen. That definitely does the best on memes.
Catering to your queen?
Yeah.
How do you get into creating memes? Because this is like an actual job for you. How do you do that?
I can break it down. You select a picture. What I do, unlike a lot of pages are kind of disrespectful with how they create their memes because they'll take pictures without getting permission from whomever the source is. And so, like the cartoon memes versus real life people memes, obviously celebrities aren't going to hit you back. But if I see a picture that's surfaced maybe at least 15 times as I search on the Explore page, and there's no ownership to it, then by all means, I'm going to go for it. But if somebody has a following of 50K or less, I kind of do a 2-for-1 special where I'll ask them for permission, but I'll also give them a shout out, which every time bumps their numbers. So you take the picture, you condense the picture, you create borders. You got to actually go through at least 2 to 4 apps before you finally get your final product. And yeah.
This is why my memes look elementary. Because I use one app.
Probably. Which app do you use?
I don't know. I have no clue. I really don't create memes. I'm lying. I really don't. But you, not only do you create memes, but you have like a entire Word document of feelings underneath the memes.
Yeah, killer captions.
Is that what it's called? Killer captions?
Killer captions or custom captions with a K for the custom. Place to see.
So where does Southern accent come from, though?
Hanging out a lot in the South with the ATL boys. I used to be with Rough Riders out in New York, and we would always go down to the A. Once I got down to the A, man, listen, I love them, and I didn't even realize it was growing on me. I lost my Puerto Rican accent, and I went straight to it.
Hold on, how you do that, though?
No, because it's, think about it, you're just constantly hearing it, and it's like, it wasn't like I was trying to be from the South. I don't even try to sound like this, but, I mean, it just happened, and I'm like, oh, okay. And the people are like, oh, you sound Southern as that. I'm like, okay.
So you're like a northern country boy, kind of.
Yeah. I got the South in my heart. I love soul food. I love banshees. I love firearms. I got
he said banshees. Like, people don't even know what the hell a banshee is.
Four-wheelers. The legal stuff. The ATVs.
Oh, I thought you meant like the musical instrument banshee.
No, like bad. Being out in the woods and building stuff and souped up old school whips. I love
the ones that sit 4 feet high.
I wouldn't go 4 feet, but yeah.
And that's only a southern thing. You won't, like, it turns heads up north, down south. Everybody does it.
Yeah, but they do any vehicle. You can tell, like, the real heads are based off of the type of vehicle. And
it's an Impala, right? That's what you have to use? You have to use an Impala?
Well, they use some of the newer Impalas. I'm more of a 70s kind of throwback. So, yeah. That's how I look on camera. Ugly as hell.
Don't say that. Don't say that. He's on Facebook, y'all. You want to see his face. Aren't you single?
Yes. He's
single, ladies. Get him. Why? Okay. How can you be the killer caption, the
Mr. I Write Your Vows?
Yeah, Mr. I Write Your Vows. How can you be that guy but be single yourself? How can you understand everything that a female wants, likes, while being a manly man and still single yourself?
Because I'm married to my God-given purpose. I've been rocking out on a personal note for some years, and everything's been short-term. I'm looking for longevity, so that means that I got to answer to God and stop being stubborn so he can, use me the way he need to use me so he can have my personal wills and everything else manifest themselves, and by all means. But at first I was reluctant to walk in my purpose, which is the helping, the life coaching, the speaking, the writing, the whole nine. But then it came down to the factor that by me helping God, he's helping me, because to know God is to know love, and to know love is to know God. So by me working in my purpose, I'm working on one step better towards loving my future queen when I come across her. So, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I could date. Yeah, I could, I've dated people and a day treated them better than people they've had in their life for years. Because I'm not like anybody else. I say how I feel, respectful. It's not just the first date. There's girls I done dated for like 3-4 years and still open the door for them, still, make them something to eat, still cook for them, the whole, surprise them, like, and nothing's ever repeated. But when you're walking in your purpose, you're taking it to a whole nother level. And by that, I look at it as, if I don't walk in my purpose, I'm prolonging one more day for my future wife to be with that wrong person. So I'd rather walk in my purpose because I'm making a down payment to eliminate that much more hurt that she would have to deal with than if I picked up this movement at 35, 40, 50, and, now she got 3-4 kids, and it's going to be that much harder. I believe you do what's hard so your life can be easier than do what's easy and make your life harder. So, that's why I'm single right now. And then, I'm taking it to another level with my little mama. I got adopted daughter and everything like that.
You adopted a child. Yeah. As a single man, you adopted a child. Yeah. It's not a
troubling
relative, right?
No. Troubling circumstances. I definitely stepped up, and I knew this child's story. I've been around the child for only a solid 2 years, and an incident transpired where I need to intercede. And I didn't look at it as just one hurt little girl that, thinks of me as her father. I look at it as one hurt generation that's going to come from not saving this little girl and stepping up as her father. So that's how that happened.
How old is she?
She just turned 6. I just
turned 6?
I just took her to Six Flags. We were going to drive down to Florida last week, or 2 weeks ago, but then it started snowing once I hit Connecticut. So I just reverted and went to Six Flags in Jersey, and then did that up.
Can you adopt me? No.
I was on the phone with AT&T. The lady said that when I ordered like a couple iPhones for a couple employees, they were like, they get free iPhones. Like, yeah, they take care of their job. They get treated right. I treat everybody right. Period. Cause
do the right thing, huh?
Yeah, like, if I am paying you X amount of dollars to work for me, and it's more than what you could get even with a degree, you're gonna want to work for me. So
you hiring?
Not right now. In February.
Okay, I'll be there. I'll be filling out the application. But for Freaky Friday, I wanted to talk to you about this notion that women are crazy. 617-282-0062.
I love that one.
Women are crazy. So I like to be a little transparent. Well, it's not really transparent, but I'd like to tell a story about how men like to tend to, women are crazy, and it's based off how we act. I have a friend who was talking to a dude, like, he'll call her, where you at, and pop up, show up. Anyway, where you at? The nail salon? I'll be there. Show up, pop up. Where you at? The beauty salon? Be there. Show up, pop up. What do you need? How can I help you? Coming to find out, 10 days later on his Facebook page, he's married. And just went down to Cancun, Puerto Rico, Dominican, somewhere, and got married. It's just like, weren't you just at my house 3 days ago? Like, how'd you you got engaged and married in the same day, huh? Met her, got engaged, and got married the same day. I'm supposed to believe that. Interesting.
Not really.
But then when she goes crazy, when she want to flatten tires, bust windows, she's the crazy one.
No.
But men don't see how you led a female to become crazy. As a man, 617-282-0062, are females really crazy?
No.
You just got a whole bunch of hate mail from men right now.
That's cool. Come holler at the kid.
Do you get a lot of hate mail?
Yeah. Well, it used to be a lot, but now it's kind of like, it's more so on a positive note. It's dudes that finally started coming out the woodwork saying, like, thank you for writing that. You made me a better father. You made me not get a divorce. You're really teaching me how to do what I need to do as a man. And I don't see how all these little boys out here getting mad and feeling some type of way. And yeah, but initially, yeah, there was a lot of bashing. But the truth hurts people who live lies. So
people who live lies. So the notion that we actually spoke previously, when we spoke, and I was like, females are crazy, and you were like, nah, they're not. And you went on this whole tangent about how females aren't crazy, and I think you were probably the only man.
They're not, though. Like, just think about it. We all come in this world dumb as hell. Don't know nothing about nothing. Mm-hmm. And we're taught things. And based off of our circumstances, we will then begin to develop a bias, whether positive or negative, towards things. So if you sat there and you made it a personal notion to be on top of your girl and show all these I love yous and I miss yous and all this extra stuff, and then you turn around and then you stop it, bruh, you did it to yourself. Like, what is you mad about? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Like, you can't sit here, just like they say, people cause their own storms and get mad when it rains. You caused that storm. You went looking for her. Period. Like, you went out your way to sit here and do all this extra stuff. And then when she fell for the extra stuff and she realized you was a negative, didn't have nothing to really show for, it was just a good show. Oh, I mean, you did that. Same thing with the whole women are gold diggers. If you didn't advertise, oh, I could buy you this, I could take you here, I didn't do this, then women wouldn't expect it. Same thing with video vixens, Playboy, all that stuff. At the end of the day, and I'm not disrespecting my Playmate clientele, but I've said it to y'all on the phone too. At the end of the day, if men didn't buy the magazine,
hold on, pause. Playmate clientele? What does that mean? I got
Playboy bunnies that are clients. A life coach suit. So yeah.
How do you life coach a Playboy bunny in the mansion?
They got other. Nah, they call. I don't go to the mansion. I'm not gonna do it. I know my strengths and weaknesses. I'm not gonna do it. I just started walking this righteous walk. You know what I mean? I don't set myself up to fail. So, but yeah, like at the end of the day, if dudes didn't support the movement, people wouldn't do it. If people didn't sit here and advocate, you know, the B word, the N word, you know, swearing on songs. I remember we used to be able to pop up on the radio, and you're lucky if you heard like the A word or even damn before 9 p.m. on the radio. Now you hear
everything.
Cuss. And it's like, we didn't come this far just to come this far. We're meant to come this far so we can go farther and further, because there's a difference between the words. But, you know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy. Women can only feel or react based upon what their counterparts are accepting of. That, like, how you think all this, like, surgery became relevant? If dudes didn't praise it, you know what I mean? Women wouldn't get it. There wouldn't be no Dr. Miami or whatever his name is. Like, there wouldn't be all this BS. Like, what happened to good old-fashioned come see me at the gym? Everybody want to do surgeries. And everybody, all these selfies and all this crap people want to throw up, all you're really showing is feeding into this pedestal of narcissism, both male and female. So, dudes can say that women are crazy, but you taught her crazy. Just like you taught her how to leave you, just like you taught her her worth, just like you taught her how to see through the lines and not fall for that 50 grade of BS. Like, you taught all that. So why you mad?
I don't know. I think that it's hard for some people to accept that I can hear a dude right now, like, I didn't teach her how to be crazy. That bro was crazy before me.
There's some people that got crazy sides to them, but I mean, yeah, there's bipolar, tripolar, quadpolar. You just need a straight up exorcism. Yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not talking about the clinical, and that's the thing. Like, just like my post, people want to take what I wrote and run with it. Like, if I say, you know your worth, and don't sit there and be consumed by people that don't know your worth. People are like, oh, well, what if, he's not perfect? Like, yo, really? Like, do I really got to break this down to water form? Like, if you notice, I don't know if you've been up on my page, I kind of stopped doing the long captions for a little bit because I had to go back to kindergarten with some people because it's like, no, in the end of the day, if I say know your worth, yes, you can be with somebody that has made mistakes, but if it's a repeated mistake, it's no longer a mistake. It's a choice. So why are you still entertaining them? You know what I mean? So that's just how I feel towards the whole situation. But, like, again,
don't stop what you're doing because people don't get it.
Oh, I ain't.
Go back to the long post.
No, I'm gonna switch it up. I got some new techniques. It's a new concept. I've done it in the past. I've only been doing this for 2 years. And it's kind of like comic book style. And can't nobody, like, I've manipulated a couple of apps against the way that they were developed to create this. So there's no app to do what I'm doing exactly. Like, I have to switch around some things and then go to another app and then play on the tools that they have on one app. And it comes out dope. I mean, I put out 2 so far. One this morning, right before we got on.
Let me see. Pull it up on your IG. What is your IG for those who don't know?
Silently Spoken Project.
What?
Silently Spoken Project. you'll see a cheesy light-skinned homie and a black Scully and a black tee. It's the one snaps left corner. Dude hugging shouted.
Every woman just wants to be hugged and held just because. And then there's a caption. You don't know how much I needed this, babe. What is this? I snap. Love is about caring.
That's just the artist.
Oh, okay. When's the last time you hugged your girl just because? The love you have for her is the only motive you need. And then you have all of these hashtags. Go follow Silently Spoken Project. Some of these memes, like, it seems like most of your memes are about relationships and about... Do you have people that hit you up like, yo, my girl broke up with me because of you?
Yeah.
Because you kind of break down BS, like...
Yeah, I eliminate all the excuses because there's two things I don't live by. Negative, and an excuse. I don't believe in them.
Never take full responsibility for a failed relationship when relationships consist of two people. When have there been instances where somebody would take full responsibility for a failed relationship?
When?
Yeah.
Never.
No, like...
I'm just saying, like, never, like, people always shift blame, like it was this person's fault, but what people don't realize is if you signed up for a team and you're no longer a franchise single player, you gotta understand that it's a team. You're only as strong as your weakest link. You can do your all, and yeah, that's cool, whatnot, but at the same time, you gotta understand that if your man ain't getting it, it's your job to kind of guide him through. And if your shawty ain't getting it, you gotta guide her through. So... that's that.
Did you delete a lot?
I keep it under 300 because I go through all my posts looking for any negative. Like, people don't even get to see all the stuff because if you get there and I didn't get to it immediately, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want my audience. This one page is the only page that I literally go through every single direct message, every single comment, every single post, and really make it a safe ground, because there's intervals where, I need to do posts in regards to single moms or single dads or suicide, and I need others to know that it's safe here. You can come and read this, and you can feel free to reach out, and you ain't even gotta say nothing. I'll bark at the next person. Let them get buck on the post. Oh, y'all might be gangster emoji thugs and all that, but come holler at me. Because some of the same people that talked all that rah-rah, when I come to your city, this ain't on some drum stuff, but when I come to your city, you're the first one asking for an autograph.
Dear future wife, on the day of our wedding, be prepared to witness a grown man cry. Not because of second thoughts or regrets, but by saying I do. Just know you will have made me the happiest and luckiest guy alive. No lie.
Yeah, I planned my dream wedding already.
That doesn't even sound like something a man says. I planned my dream wedding.
That's the other part, too, though. We can't keep sitting here saying, like, that's something like a man wouldn't say, or you're not acting like a man. Like, a man is the only one that can say whether or not you're acting like a man or not. Women should be like, you know what, you're not fulfilling your role as a man. There's a different play on words. We speak life or death out our mouth every day, and people sitting here and they just don't get it. Like, some people will react to you challenging them in a negative but positive intention, such as, yo, grow up, be a man. Some dudes will be like, you know what, maybe I do need to step up. But then some dudes going to be like, yo, F you, I'm not trying to hear all that, rah-rah. And then, like, everybody reacts differently. So,
the day you force a good woman to walk away, you'll think back and realize her silence before her departure said all she needed to say. Her sudden calm in the midst of your stormy relationship wasn't so sudden when you think back at it, was it? Her silence was your warning and last stand. But that didn't matter to you because you thought no matter what, she would still call you her man. Not this time, though. She left you in the past and walked away with her heart and memories in her hand. But I like the ones with the old people?
Yeah. I got a lot of this. There's over 80,000 custom captions that I haven't even
You've
released.
made 80,000 memes?
No, custom captions. The memes are fly, like, on the spot. Like, I'll think about it for about 30 minutes to an hour before I drop one.
You make me feel like I'm not doing the right thing by my post right now.
I got you. I'm going to hook up your page. I mean that. I ain't even going to charge you for it.
I'm going to have to delete a lot of stuff.
I got you. I do it for free.
So this is something that people can actually come to you and seek out your assistance with their Instagram. Like, this is a real thing.
Yeah. Like, I'm on a retainer with a few accounts. The minimum, I think, is like $350 a month, just to casually go through their posts and then say, oh, why don't you use this type of backdrop? And then it's $550 if I'm creating your memes and your quotes or fixing your advertisement and so on and so forth. But then, like, if you're a celebrity and you're already in the millions and I'm doubling those numbers, then I sit there and I won't charge you so much, because the end result is I'm investing in you now so I can have an investing network later. So it won't really be about the money.
I felt the vibration over here. Do you mind if I hold on to this? Because I want to go through a few other things. I don't know what that means, Tasha, but if you could break that down, that would be nice. Saran said, he's handsome. Donnie said, bro talking real-ish. We share the same views, facts, spoke about his love for God, treats women with respect, is handsome. Hey, boo. Kimian says, some women are crazy. Let's go back to that. As far as, like...
See, that's the thing, yo. Like, there's crazy tendencies, and this is when, okay, y'all had that pillow talk for the first few minutes when I started talking. So, let me just really go in with this. There's crazy tendencies, and then is the person crazy? For a lot of people that got put through the system, got bagged and tagged, and you're in the court of law, you got to prove a whole lot, right? So don't sit here and be the defense attorney, the prosecutor, the judge, and the jury for a woman that you were culprit to. Meaning that, in the end of the day, you have to clinically prove that she's been crazy. Like, you're her number one asset to attack and to be, running amok with, etc., etc. That would mean she's crazy. But again, she isn't crazy. She may have crazy tendencies based off of, her feeling like you're taking a good thing from her, or her feeling like there's somebody else because of what? All the things that you are now doing to her to bring out crazy tendencies. Period. Like, it don't get more simple than that. But most dudes don't want to sit there and own theirs. They want to sit here and always point the finger. All right, cool. So your daddy wasn't there. That's why you a deadbeat? That don't make sense to me. Your mama wasn't there, or your mama didn't show you love. So that's why you don't show queens love? That don't make sense to me. Anything that's not shown to you is a responsibility on your behalf to show it, and 2 times fold. Because in order for something to be negative, something had to have been positive. So that means being negative is not real. Because a negative has to await something positive to come through and manifest, and then 2 times that fold become negative. So how about you just go back to being real like people claim and be positive? Something wasn't there, correct it. Your daddy didn't show you love, Google it.
How you Google love, though? You can't do that.
Yeah, you can. You can Google options. Like, what are the different translations of love? Watch other people's love. Watch how love came about. Research the roots in the words. Research paintings. There's many platforms to which people can describe and show love.
Why hurt the one woman you claim you can't live without? Mm-hmm. The worst thing you can do is pursue the woman of your dreams only to serve her a heartbreak she shouldn't have gone through for only loving you. Fairy tales do exist.
Oh man, that's the other one too. I am so sick of people saying fairy tales don't exist.
but we don't feel like they do. It's like only in Disney movies.
Can I shut that down too?
Go ahead.
Fairy tales not existent. What's a fairy tale? Let's go back to the basics. A fairy tale is something fictional, not real. Okay, now this is the problem with a lot of people. They are so blindfolded that they can only feel for what their immediate circumstances are, or take things in its face value, and that's it. You don't do the research. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the problem with a lot of people. You hear something, you read something, you feel something, and you immediately go with that something without actually investigating it. So with that being said, fairy tale's fiction. Okay, put it in real life terms. Say it's Sunday. You work Monday through Friday. Sunday evening comes around, 6 p.m. And you're like, all right, I gotta set my alarm clock to go to work the next day. Technically, because that's a moment not yet put to pass, it's not real, right? It's fictional because nothing's been proven. Yeah, you might have done it in the past, but technically, just the fact that you generated the thought makes it still a fairy tale, aka not real. Now, you set your alarm clock and you wake up for work. Now, you just made a fairy tale come true because you applied the efforts. Fairy tales can come true when you put the effort forth. Because all a fairy tale is another version of a word of fiction. All fiction is another word for dreams. Didn't Martin Luther King say we all have a dream? Didn't he say he had a dream? We all got dreams. We all got hopes, desires, ambitions, etc., etc. So, at the end of the day, once you apply that work, you done now made it come to pass. So, okay, yeah, you're not going to have a Disney movie like presentation because at the end of the day, God made us all individuals. We're supposed to have individual concepts, individual notions, individual factors. Yo, but everybody trying to be like the next person. Nobody trying to be like them.
So you done shut down the fairy tales.
No, I hate that. Fairy tales
do exist.
They do exist. It's no different than me saying a dream exists. Dream chases exist. Not supporting Meek Mill or anything like that, but dream chases in the sense of before these dudes came and tarnished the name. I don't believe in magic, but I do believe in magical moments in a sense of making something feel so unreal, but it's real. People take words and they run with them in all the wrong direction, but the right direction.
They may say it's crazy for walking away. Nah, I think it's insane to continue to get hurt by the same person and choose to stay. Mm-hmm. You always have a choice. Some battles are worth fighting. Some battles aren't yours to fight. God gave you the green light, but it's you who chooses to stay and continue on with pain-filled, restless nights. They are smaller now. You used to have Word documents.
They weren't that long.
Yes, they were.
No, they weren't.
Marriage isn't for everyone, and that's okay. Just step aside and stop causing delay for the man meant to marry her one day. She is not a pit stop, building block, or just some side chick. You never want to make her your one and only woman. So instead of you keeping her on lock, be a man for once in your self-absorbed life of lies and lust, and fall back from her because you're a gutter dude. And she's a priceless woman who should only reside on top of any one man's world. Why, you ask? Well, because she deserves a king that knows a queen like her is more worthy of his heart and future number one spot.
You enjoying all these books?
I do. I enjoy every single last one of them. And I'm wondering, don't stick around people who make it seem like a burden to love you. You are everything someone is praying for. Loving them more will never prove how much you are worth. You don't have to convict yourself to a life of misery in hopes that one day someone undeserving finally finds you worthy.
Yo, some of these posts, because it's just like everything else, like, I write them in the moment, and when it's from the heart, and you're doing what you do, there shouldn't be an IOU. So I don't really harbor the message. They're my feelings. Yes, they're facts. Yes, they're, views, experiences, and lessons, etc. But once I write it and put it out to the world, it's just so crazy how, like, there's posts that I've taken down, and I know I've taken them down a year ago, and then I see it reposted on other people's pages, and then, like, I'll see the caption and the post, and then at first I don't immediately detect my name, and I'm reading, I'm like, yo, that's dope, and then I see my name, I'm like, you're dumb.
Like, does it happen often?
Yeah, I type in different hashtags, because there's a library of hashtags that I use, and
you said a library of hashtags.
There's just ones that are going to be pivotal towards your movement, and then there's some that you need to stray away from because people have tarnished them. So yeah, like, I'll play around with different hashtags. Every so often they'll switch around, and then yeah, like, I'll type in a random one and I'll see my post, and the post is just, I'm like, yo, that's cracked. Like, I'm sitting there like.
So you be feeling yourself sometimes?
Nah, I be feeling my post. That my words, that's heaven sent. That ain't me. I'm just the messenger. I'm just a puppet.
I'm looking at this one video. It looks like it's local because they're at Sal's. When God finally delivers the woman of my dreams. Man, listen, all attention is on her. The little boy turning around. He's like, what? Hey.
Yeah.
So you said something earlier that you help people that wanted to commit suicide.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Talking to them. You said earlier, and I'll go right to that point, but add on from earlier, you said I write a lot about relationships, but that's what this life is built upon. The act of being a human being, the traits of being a human being is we're emotional beings, and we identify with another or something. So with that being said, when it comes to suicidal individuals, just like I would do in the game of love, and not game meaning in a bad way, like, oh, I'm playing games, but, that's just how I articulate that notion. But when I come to a suicidal person, I come to them on their terms. I'm not jumping down their throat. I'm not, I take what I've learned about how to treat a woman in a sense of how I treat everything else. You don't come, your woman already had a hard enough day. We all got 24 hours, but everybody's life is different. So if your woman come home and she going through it, you don't want to sit there, she don't want to always have to, tell you, like, babe, you won't believe what happened. Or, Poppy, you don't believe what happened. Like, no, you should be able to tell just by the breath that she's taking behind words and the way her body language or the energy about her is just off. And from that alone, you should be able to start dancing around the subject and helping her to vent, but in new ways, without asking, like, all right, so tell me what's wrong. Like, oh, she could do that with a dog or a parrot. Like, come on, you're supposed to be her king, her man, like, her friend. Like, just because y'all in a relationship, all that other stuff don't end. So it's the same concept that I use with suicidal individuals, that I come to them on their terms. I go on Cutter's page. Oh, I be tear-dropping all the time, sitting there looking at people cutting themselves and seeing all the evil of people sitting there.
Cutter's page? Like, I thought that was a person.
Like, nah, there's, like, cutters, like, people that, like, blogs and stuff like that, people cutting themselves because they feel as though it's, like, relief of their anger or their insecurities or whatever it is that their toxic lifestyle that they're enduring that makes them feel that way. So they'll slice inner thighs. Yeah, it is.
I thought people who cut themselves were just suicidal. Just suicidal people that cut themselves.
They're premature suicidal cases, cutters. Not all of them, but a vast majority. That's how it starts. Because you take it a little bit further and a little bit further and a little bit further, and then you finally just say, you know what, F it. Let me just go with it.
Lord have mercy. If you have a loyal woman that everyone wants, but she only wants you, then be the man every woman would want and could ever ask for just for her. To have something that you've never had before you must be willing to do things each day that you haven't done before to make that happen. Miss that? If you have a woman that is different from any woman you've met, a woman that has you questioning how could she be beautiful and loyal, be a beautiful and loyal queen like her, want someone like me, then cherish her, pull out all romance efforts for her, show the world how you feel about her, and lastly, never let another second pass without making her feel loved. You used to have some about like cheating on here. I guess you took those ones down.
Oh, I got a whole new movement towards that one. I done broke it down to a whole nother level.
Break it down for us.
Well, cheating, right? So people tell me, well, you'll see public opinion is that it's inevitable that you're not going to still keep shopping, basically. That you're going to keep looking around. You know, it's okay for a man to acknowledge another woman and you know, say that she's beautiful, whatever. And that's where it starts. People sit here, cheating doesn't just happen. That couldn't be more wrong. First there's the shopping around. You're curious. Something starts going wrong, or you're past that little threshold in your relationships, and you're sitting there, and you know things are starting to get boring. So your eyes are starting to wonder, your thoughts are starting to wonder, and now your movements are starting to wonder in the sense of you going to different places. Then you get infiltrated in a sense of by your own choices. You will sit there and it went from wondering to like, well, what if? What if is a lot different than, oh, damn, she cute. Damn, she sexy. Damn, I wish my girl looked like that. Or damn, my dude, I wish he looked like that. Or whatever it is. To the, well, what if I was to blah, 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 blah. And then next comes the safe cheating, the premeditated cheating, where you start to dabble in the DMs and the inboxes and the text messages and Tinder. POF, I heard, is a dumb one. Plenty of Fish. It's similar to Tinder and all that. Then you start to...
These are sites?
All apps.
I'm a little ignorant.
Yeah, Facebook, all that stuff. Like, there's multiple apps with dating and all that. And then there's some
people... Ain't nobody dating on Facebook no more.
Huh?
Ain't nobody dating on Facebook.
I'm sorry. They now went to the side chick, which is Instagram. Because Facebook bought Instagram, so... You know what I mean? But, again, so... The complex of cheating, I'll break it down like this. First is the wandering. Second is the what if. Third is the playing. By playing, you start to step in, but jump out. Step in, but jump out. You're not really doing the actions of cheating per se, but you're starting to get comfortable with the deeds of cheating. Fourth, you have the notion of finally feeling some type of way. Before it was just your thoughts. Now it's your feelings. And then 5, now you're finally acting. So don't sit here and tell me that cheating just happened. No, homie. You put yourself in that circumstance knowing that you weren't going to take any other option. Otherwise, you wouldn't have put yourself in that circumstance. Period.
And that leads me to one of your posts. Today's lost generation boys see it as bragging rights to have multiple women. Sorry, but the definition of a real man is he who can find a good girl, keep her, and treat her like she's one in a million. I don't want many, nor will I entertain every single person I encounter daily. I don't just want anybody. I want that one somebody that can give all of me an unfailing love. And you really go through the list of 138 comments.
Mm-hmm. Some posts got 800 plus. I read very quickly.
What are you reading now?
What am I reading now? I'm actually not reading anything right now. I am on constant documentaries. Les Brown, he's one of my favorite motivational speakers.
Love him.
And then I started getting into motivational speaker, and I just typed in 2016 on YouTube, and it's just been kicking me like a collage of different people, and I'm just clicking on one after the other, like literally while I'm grinding. Like I think I redid a single mom's whole back porch, built it, redid the back pantry, but the whole time, like I'm sitting there listening to motivational stuff.
Oh, so you do like drive time university type thing? Because I like driving and listening to like books on audio or motivational speeches.
Yeah, like I do it like I'm a union carpenter here in the city of Boston, but you know what I mean, like while I'm working, I just I work so much more productively when I'm listening to slow jams or motivational individuals.
Kimia said, if both her two baby daddies said she was crazy after I left, she crazy. Kimia, stop it. Nah, he said, I understand what he's talking about. Women learn from guys, but why do they have to learn the crazy stuff? Why can't they beat a... Why they just can't beat a self and we won't call them crazy? Women are not crazy. We are hurt. It's a difference. We are hurt from being lied to, cheated on, and deceived. Shanti said, preach, my brother. V from Tennessee, go on and call in. The only thing I ever wanted is to be compassionate and make sure a king enough to deserve a queen.
That's the thing. And there's two things. I'm going to talk about how I get down and if I'm really real, because that gets asked a lot. And if I really practice everything that I put out there. But the first thing to go address the point is you don't know somebody till you know somebody, period. Like, there's certain things that we can, say hands down, like, we are not gonna, in no shape or form, ever do, period. Like, no, like, it's just inconceivable. Some parents can honestly say, I will never hurt my child. And that, I mean that in a physical form, of course, or whatever, but you don't know somebody till you know somebody in the sense of you thought I knew I could handle getting arrested until I got arrested. Like, bruh, I didn't know how I could get down with it. I seen, like, Cops. Like, that was my grandma's favorite show. You know what I mean? Like, it was Cops and America's Most Wanted. Like, so, again, I didn't know I could handle that till I was in handcuffs for some stuff that I didn't even do. I was just leaving my job, but courtesy of the company I kept, they turned around and was doing some sour stuff, and then I get tagged up. But again, I didn't know I could handle that until I went through it. So when people are like, oh, she's crazy, like, well, homie, I guarantee you, she wasn't like that before. So if you spark something in her that she never felt before, and then you take it back, how do you think you gonna act? Like, since most mundane dudes and materialistic dudes think about they like little Jordans and Gucci, but their account don't look like Jordan or Gucci. Like, let's think about that. So if a shawty mess up your J's, and you sit there and you gonna get hella mad, you just paid $300-400 for a pair of some damn J's. How you think you gonna act? You just paid $300-400, so you had to come up with that guap. However it needed to come up, make that call, because 9 times out of 10, most dudes don't stand in line. If you really do, like, you're lame in my eyes. I call and get my sneakers the day before, but you sit there and you get them J's, and then shorty mess them up, and it was your favorite Jordans. You didn't know those were going to be your favorite Jordans. You just knew that you liked them based off the picture. Then you got them, and it was just like, damn, those are my favorite, and she messed them up. Now you gonna bug out. You gonna go spazzo, as we say it. Like, no, it's the same thing. You give a baby a toy and then you take it away, but it was their favorite toy. What do you think's gonna happen? You give a girl hope. I don't like the word hope. I went from hopeless romantic to faith-filled romantic because hope is for man. You You give a girl faith in the concept of a happy ending, getting married, longevity, something extraordinary, and then you take it away. How the hell you think she gonna act, bro? Take my food away. I love to eat. I'm small right now, but yo, I went from looking like a bouncer to a backup dancer right now. You know what I mean? But I still eat. But let you try and take my food. We're gonna have some problems. Like, don't do it. Like, but again, I don't know to the extent of how much of a problem we gonna have until I get in that moment. Depends on how hungry I was. Again, simple lessons can translate to complexity. I say simplicity equals complexity every day. Dudes do it to themselves. If you didn't give her breakfast in bed, she wouldn't expect breakfast in bed. If you didn't, the way you got her, start repeating the same movements while you're still with her, she wouldn't think that you're cheating and getting the new her. Like, bruh, you think people are stupid? You think women are stupid? Like, nah. You're not playing no new games. It's all recycled games that everybody keeps playing. And then you wonder why she bugs out. You did it to yourself. Period. And that's just how I feel about it. Like, I don't believe, like, all that extra BS. Like, those need to stop it. Look in the mirror. Like, when people be going off on me, cops included, because, I mean, it is what it is. Like, cops, regular folk, fam, I mean, like, the homies, like, no. When people lash out, I be like, first off, I'm smiling because I have to care to get offended, which I don't. And you're sitting here saying all these, like, ignorant things, but, homie, I'm a life-size 6'1" mirror. All people spew out what they feel internally. So if you say, oh, you were the B word,
I know you are, but what am I? I love that saying.
You know what I mean? Like, in the day. You really are. It's the dudes that say, like, they'll never snitch. I ain't never going to snitch. That be, man, listen. I done got arrested with a couple dudes in a couple incidents where I never even knew their government name. They went from hood to good. It went from slang to, yes, sir, da-da-da. And I'm sitting there like, ain't this about a mother effer? Like, really? You know what I mean? But again, that was all about, people want to lash out. Go ahead. I'm not mad. You're making my day. I'm going to make a post out of it. You're going to stay mad about it. Who wins? I do. I don't believe in negative excuses. I take everything and I just spit it right back. That's me. It's a much happier life that way.
V from Tennessee said, the kind of relationships when we can see each other's beauty, value, and success, but know who is the boss, it is complete failure or success to hang in there.
Failure. Ain't nobody the one boss.
V from Tennessee, 617-282-00. I didn't realize what time it was.
What time is it?
6:51.
Oh, damn.
So we have 3 minutes. Really quickly, I want to give a shout out to Face Naturals. Face with an S, Naturals with an S, beauty.com. Don't forget to get her papaya face polish. I think if you have any scars on your face, if you have large pores, get you the papaya face polish. Put it on at nighttime. Wake up. I guarantee you will be the happiest person in the whole world. Oh, you called V from Tennessee? Call again. He said, pretty much like the song Love Yours by J. Cole. It's always someone out there fresher than who you got, but you gotta love yours. Chasing will never get you good head.
I don't really like that notion.
V from Tennessee, you can call 617-282-0062. Face with an S, Naturals with an S, beauty.com. The salt and oil scrub is amazing. Hydrate your skin for this winter. The pum pum and buddy wash, buddy, and a pum pum. You guys know that I made a video about that, right? Like I set up 5 buddies and then put a pum pum wash, and it was like buddy, and a pum pum. No, okay, fine. My corny humor. Firearm Fred, please get out and go get your firearm license. 617-293-1011. Fred is trained in everything. He specializes in anything. As far as his credentials, he works with the state police. He He works with the Secret Service. He can give you all of the knowledge that you need. His number, again, is 617-293-1011. Get your gun license immediately. No excuses. Marijuana is legal in Massachusetts, so you don't have to choose between your marijuana card and your gun license. Go out and get your gun license. 617-293-1011. ZC Boston, I'll be there tonight, 801 Mass Ave. Free parking, free delivery, and just we're right off Albany Street. Go and park. You'll get a blue ticket. We'll go ahead and validate it. Come and tip your bartender. I'll be there tonight, only on Friday nights. And I believe my mom's coming. Like, I have a mom weekend. So wherever I am, she'll go, my buddy, my buddy. Prentice Powell is coming. B from Tennessee, the phone line's not ringing, so I can only imagine if you call and then others were calling and the phone lines just weren't going through. I'll go ahead and contact IT, let them know. But Prentice Powell will be here November 19th at the Lena Park Community Center. This is the rebirth of work to do. You and I have work to do. Shout out to Reggie B. And last but not least, Alex E. Edwards and TaylaAndre, the 90-day home buying challenge. If you make $30,000 and above, you live in the city of Boston or outside of the city and live in the state of Massachusetts. Because I had people calling from Cali, had people calling from Tennessee, Georgia, Texas. Baby, I can only help people in Massachusetts because I'm licensed in Massachusetts. It's going to the answer machine. B from Tennessee, I apologize that you can't get through. But for those who want to purchase their home in the state of Massachusetts, please contact myself or Alex E. Edwards, TaylaAndre. You can throw a .com behind that, or you can head to any social media site and find me, TaylaAndre. Darling, how do we find you? Find your memes. Use you as a life coach. I need help in my relationships. What am I supposed to do as far as my job? Like, how do we reach you, contact you, seek you out?
Email is the best source. I don't do texting and all that, so it's silently spokenproject@gmail.com. A new website. I've had a couple in the past. I didn't like them. A new website coming, I believe, January. But it is silentlySpokenProject@gmail.com. Instagram. #SilentlySpokenProject. It's infamous. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything. So just hit me there, hit me email, and one or the two, I'll be able to get back to you.
Silently Spoken Project. I am TaylaAndre, and again, I have to hold this for a second. Put it on your face. One of the things that I have to talk about again is the fact that yesterday I was at the Helen Y. Davis. Ooh, I look a fool, baby. Helen Y. Davis Leadership School. I love that school. I love everything they stand for. Go over to TaylaAndre. Go look at what I posted on Instagram as well as Facebook. And we have options out here. Like the whole Sankofa way of learning, teaching our children based on where they come from, having that context of their history, of their past, being able, the Helen Y. Davis has the largest, the greatest number of black men educators in any other school. The Helen Y. Davis. If we could just have an intentional principle in every single last one of our schools, our boys and girls of color need someone who's at the head of their class that looks like them, that speaks like them, that can understand where they come from, that understands the trauma that they experience from the bus stop to the school, that understands the trauma they experience from their home or their neighborhoods. We as parents need to get more involved. We need to... Shirley Chisholm said, if they don't have a seat for you at the table, bring a folding chair. And one of the things that we need to do as parents is start bringing our folding chair to the table when it comes to education on all fronts. I am in the process of starting a parent union. The teachers have a union. Their voice echoed throughout all of question 2. What about the parents? Parents have a voice. Parents know what their children need. We as parents need to do all that we can. If you're interested in becoming a vital teammate in this movement of all means all as far as education, please look up C-Plan, the collaborative leadership. I just lost it. It's for parents, by parents, and sure. And I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. We need to work together as far as this is concerned, as far as our children's lives are concerned. And I don't know how else to do it but having a parent union for our voices to echo louder than the teachers, for our voices to echo louder than the administrators, for our voices, our care and our concern to echo louder than the dollars that are pushed behind the teachers union. To all of my teachers, I know a lot of you guys are frustrated as well. You're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You're tired of the protocols and the procedures and the red tape and the roadblocks to something so simple. We'd like to have you as well. I thank you for your time. I love you, and I can't wait for Motivational Monday. Mwah.
TaylaAndre, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 a.m. on Big City 101.3 FM. Wake up with the Radio Rebel. Politics, news, conspiracies. Wake up your third eye with unorthodox conversations leading to universal consciousness. It's the type of stuff I'm into, all right? Make sure you tune in. Let's go. You're listening to Big City 101.3.
Goes idea. Y'all, I'm so sleepy. I'm so tired. It's going to the answer machine. It's okay. It's alright, B from Tennessee. The Helen Y. Davis Leadership School. Listen, shout out to Miss Sherborne. Shout out to all of the teachers at the Helen Y. Davis. I really love that school. I posted pictures last night. The pictures are still up. I posted a Facebook Live, and from the quotes to like everything about that school just feels like it should be, all our schools should be like that. All of our schools that have more than 51% of black students in them, all of our schools should mirror the Helen Y. Davis Leadership School. And it's teaching our children how to be leaders. They have the 7 core, oh Lord, let me not mess this up. They have the 7 core beliefs, 7 core, I butchered it. I automatically butchered it. Let me see if I can pull it up though. Here it is. So the video is once you come down. Is it here? Why you gonna do me like that? Why you gonna put that?
I waited for that 3 minutes to expire.
You waited for those 3 minutes?
No, I was use the bathroom. I didn't want to be rude.
Well, thank you for waiting. I'm trying to pull up. I was at the Helen Y. Davis, and they have 7 core beliefs or 7 core.
Proud of me? This is my first interview.
I am very proud of you.
Without glasses.
Without sunglasses? You could have put them sunglasses on your face if you wanted to. I would have asked you to take them off.
It's actually a useful tool for the radio interviews because then when you have the cameras, they don't know if you're looking their way or not. So wow, he's actually giving us the directive attention and sitting at a slant where the cameras are, showing that you're interacting with your audience. Don't tell nobody. That's just.
Well, if that's the case, I need to go ahead and wear my glasses because when I
think about it, when I got glasses on, you can't tell if I'm looking at you, if I'm looking at the camera, if I'm looking at the mic.
Yeah, and a lot of times when I talk to y'all, I don't even look at y'all. I'm looking. I don't know what's over here, but I'm always looking off into the corner. I don't know, that my mind is thinking.
That's the creative notion.
Okay, here it is. So it is Davis Leadership Academy 7 core values. Thought leadership, creative problem solving, innovative thinking, personal excellence, intellectual curiosity, integrity, compassion.
You're still on?
Yes. Community, citizenship, and respect. Well, actually, the phone died. So the phone's not on, but we're still on YouTube. And I love this. The community citizenship, the compassion, the respect, the integrity, the intellectual curiosity, the personal excellence, and the thought leadership. Like, what other school is teaching our children these things? What other school has, the pyramids behind them with kings and queens and Sankofa all around the building? Like, I feel like that's exactly what our kids need, what they've been begging for, what we've been begging for. Where's it at, though? I thank you for your time. I appreciate you, and I hope you guys have an amazing day.